the terrorism down there at UVA, I guess that's what it's called, homegrown terrorism. It's disturbing. It really is. It's disturbing. It's totally negative. But what is even more negative is that our president doesn't say the appropriate thing. You know, he's had plenty of chances to come out and say something. He sent some people out on the morning shows this morning. And, you know, it was sort of like pulling teeth to get them to say the appropriate stuff. And that's how it is with the president. That's bad. That's bad. He's so worried about, he wants to get voted back into office. God only knows if he's gonna. But he doesn't want to offend his base, or maybe it has to do with his ego. And he wants to make sure that there's enough of the population that still worships him. And they do. They're sycophants. It's crazy. Like, I knew that made art pieces. I made flat pieces in regards to Trump and the KKK. This was when he was campaigning. I mean, everybody knew that this was going on. You know, and then hearing David Duke talk about it today, you know, it's like Trump doesn't want to offend his fucking base. And his base is what? 36% of the population. And out of that 36%, there's probably 24% that are hardcore racists that voted for him. There's always been this underlying thing in the Republican Party, you know? Let's take the racist vote so that we can win. It seems like the politicians should worry more about what is right, and everybody hoped that when Donald Trump got in office that he was going to do what was right. You know, that he would rise to a higher level. He can't. Who we saw campaigning, that's who we have in the office as president. That is exactly the person that was campaigning is who we have right now. He cares about himself, and that's pretty much it. Even when he says something, you know, like he's trying to say something positive, it just comes off as flowery and fake. You know, how many words comes out of his mouth that are just flowery and fake? You know, talking about anything. Oh, it's robust. It's great. It's a great piece of chocolate cake. All this bullshit. You know, it's all about fucking Trump. It's like we had this weird narcissistic dude that was voted into the White House. He doesn't really care. He's not saying the right thing. We're on this planet like for such a short period of time. And he's 71 years old or something. You would think that he would want to like leave his mark. Like, you know, I became president and I changed a lot of things and left this country better. He's not leaving the country better. And anybody that thinks that, you know, make America great, going backwards, making it more, it's make America gross again. That's what it is. There's nothing positive about racism. There's nothing. There's what? It's like you think that somebody's, because they have a different skin tone than you or their hair is straight, that they're like, we're born any different than you? We're all born the same. We are. We're all the fucking same. Now we have Nazis that are literally walking through the streets of the United States and spouting just hatred. Just fucking hatred. And we have a president that's saying that, you know, talking about the riot down there, that it was like, it had to do with Nazis running around in one of our communities spouting hatred. That's what the problem was. You know, you say that, these fucking fringe groups of racists, the Klan and all that, you flat out say like it shouldn't be tolerated. That kind of attitude should not be tolerated. That's not good. There's nothing good about it. And we have a president that can't even say it. He seems like a pussy to me. He seems like a pussy. If he had any balls at all, he'd say, fuck them. I know that they got me in office. Without their vote. You know, he didn't even win the popular vote, okay? So without the racist vote, however many it is, he wouldn't, you know, but he's too afraid to say, like, look, they're fucked. These people are horrible. He wants to get in office again. Will he get in office again? I don't know. We'll see. It's a scary thought that we could have another term with fucking Donald Trump. That he can't say the right thing. He can't, we need a president. Say whatever you want about Barack Obama, but he would say the right thing. He would say the appropriate thing. He wouldn't say the inappropriate thing. I'll tell you something else, man. You go and watch CNN, like CNN Live, like one of those channels on YouTube, and they have the live chat. There is just like swastika and, N-word this, and, it's just like, it's amazing. It's amazing how much negativity is being put out there. It's like propaganda, Who is organizing this propaganda on YouTube? Seriously. It's unbelievable. Just watch one of the live channels. CNN Live, or type in MSNBC Live, it'll come up and you'll see that in the chat it's just like negative comment after negative comment, just streaming through it. It's a horror. We're in a real bad situation. I really think that we're in a bad situation. We're in a society right now that's condoning negativity. Negativity doesn't get you anything. I was talking about this the other day, that like I removed a bunch of Cesar Millan videos, probably 100,000 views I removed, something like that, when I removed those videos, because I was just like, I made them. I spent all this energy making something that was negative. I got nothing out of it other than views. It was meaningless. Did I get any subscribers? No, you don't get subscribers from that kind of shit. It's just negative bullshit, It's not worth it to me. It isn't. It's not worth it to me. I honestly, I'm to the point where, I don't want to make any negative videos about anybody, Life is so short. It is. It's so short. And the older you get, the faster time seems to move. You want to leave this planet making a mark, and you don't want to be leaving the planet like Donald Trump, Great, he became president, and he's also going to be known as like the worst president, That's infamy. That's not fame. That's infamy. What has he done to help anybody or anything? It's all just been about Donald Trump. I know that there's going to be Trump supporters that see this, and you're in that minority group that you didn't really care. You just hated the left and Hillary so much that you voted for this guy. There's a lot of people that I know that voted for Donald Trump just because they hated Hillary. But let's be real here. If we had Hillary in there, things probably wouldn't be so bad. And don't start calling me a libtard, because I'll vote conservative, but I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump. There's no way. It was a president. It was somebody campaigning to be president that clearly lies. He just lies consistently. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want somebody that makes an attempt to be truthful, not an attempt to just say whatever. He'll say one thing one day and then turn around and say something completely different. His people in the White House will say one thing and he'll just throw them under a bus. He does not care. And it's amazing. Well, actually, now we're starting to see a lot of Republicans are like, hey, wait a minute. It's good to see that people are starting to think, well, what is right here? What is right? You gotta sort of live your life and have some introspection and say, well, is this the correct thing to do? If you don't question yourself and you're just doing whatever to get whatever you want, like I said, you're going to leave the planet. You're not going to leave a mark, I'll tell you that. You're going to leave a negative mark. What do you want to be known as, Hitler? That'll pop up in YouTube's algorithm, by the way. Me saying Hitler. This video will not monetize. No matter what I title it, it won't monetize. I could still get advertisement on it, but I won't get all advertisement on it. Who cares? Fuck it, It's the truth. That shit down there in UVA, and now they're gonna fucking do more bullshit, That poor woman died. A woman died, She gets run over and dies. And then there's somebody that's a big name in this organization, this negative racist organization, that's bad-mouthing this woman that died. I mean, just saying horrible things about her. Just, I can't imagine. I mean, I can, because I see it all the time on my channel. I see people just say like crazy negative shit. You know, it's weird. It's like people like want to get their jollies or something. Like, you know, we'll just say whatever. Like, oh, well, the example is this: when the Trump slamming down the CNN guy, you know, at the WrestleMania, like they tracked that guy down that made that, and he just said, well, I was just trolling, you know, I was just trolling, you know, like that's okay. I was just, you know, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just trolling. Like that's expected in our society now. Like, oh, that's cool. Karma. You know, is there karma? I don't know. I question that. I don't even care if there's karma. It's just like everybody, it seems like, should like sort of be charitable in a way. Like, you know, you should do something. Try and do something every now and then for people. People won't give a homeless guy $1, you know? They won't. They see the homeless guy walking towards them, there's traffic, and they're going to roll up the window. I don't even want to deal with them. I can't even like say, hey, how you doing? I don't have any change, you know? People are lousy, you know? It just seems like it's becoming more and more ingrained in our society that, like, you know, this is to be, it's just trolling, you know? It's just fucking with somebody, that's what I do, you know? I don't really want to have any part of it, you know? I don't know, negativity just breeds negativity, and I have realized this, that when I have real negative, if I'm real negative, if I have negative thoughts, nothing happens. Nothing positive happens. But if you have positive thoughts and you sort of do positive things happen. I think that that's where this notion of karma, you know, came about, you know. That's been noticed by many people, that like negativity gets you shit. It doesn't get you anything unless you're Donald Trump. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think Donald Trump is a happy individual. I don't think he's happy. Money can't buy happiness. That's just it. You can have all the money in the world. Look at Putin. His life is so wrapped up into like getting more money. He has they say he's worth $250 billion. $250 billion, and he still wants more. How much money do you need? It's like sport. It's like an illness. It's like an illness. Some people, like, their ego is so fucked up. Like something happened to them when they were a kid.